Over the last several months, we have seen increased public interest in data centers at our city council meetings. Residents have raised questions about the size of the proposed project, water and power use, noise, environmental impacts, incentives, and the city's review process. Those are fair questions, and they deserve clear answers. During the call to public portion of our council meeting, the council generally listens rather than responding to each comment in the moment. This is not intended to be dismissive, but I understand that it can sometimes feel like we are not listening or that your questions are being ignored. Well, we are listening. I have reviewed the data center questions and concerns raised during the council meeting over the past several months and really over the past year, and I have compiled answers to some of the most common questions. There are a number of important topics to cover, so this will be the first in a series of discussions. Ultimately, my job is not to convince you that a data center is a good project. My job and our city's job is to evaluate projects based on facts, applicable regulations, community impacts, and our long-term community goals. It is also our responsibility to provide you with clear and accurate information so that you can evaluate the project and make that decision for yourself. For part one, I want to address a question that we have heard frequently. How did the proposed data center become larger than what the City Council originally approved? Last August, the City Council approved a development agreement with Beale Infrastructure. That development agreement established the overall framework for the project, including the developer's minimum investment of $700 million, the potential for up to 4 data center buildings, and provisions related to infrastructure and incentives. It's important to understand that the development agreement was not a formal site plan approval. A final site layout, detailed engineering plans, utility design, stormwater plans, noise studies, mitigation plans, and building permits were not approved at that time. Those items are still being developed and remain subject to the city's normal review and permitting process. So when people ask why the project can be larger than what was originally approved, the answer is that the council did not approve a fixed square footage site plan last August. The agreement allowed for the data center campus to have up to 4 buildings, subject to future review and compliance with city requirements. It's also important to distinguish between building size and operating capacity. The power capacity of this project has not doubled. The project is still limited by approximately 600 megawatts of electric service. That amount of power will support only so much computing equipment, whether that equipment is housed in a 1.5 million square foot building or a 2.7 million square foot building. One reason the building footprint may change is that the developer has committed to using dramatically less water, including the option of a closed-loop air-cooled system. That type of cooling approach can require a different building and equipment layout than a more water-intensive cooling system. I also think it's important to compare this proposal with what could otherwise occur on the same industrial zone property. The site had previously been considered for approximately 4 million additional square feet of logistics and warehouse development. That likely would have included hundreds of truck docks, tractor-trailer parking, and significant truck traffic with large areas of pavement. In my view, a data center is a lower impact industrial use for this location than a major logistics or warehouse complex. Data center buildings are large and they require serious review, but they do not create the same level of daily truck traffic, loading dock activity, trailer storage, stormwater runoff, or roadway impacts. To summarize, a larger building footprint does not automatically mean twice the number of servers, twice the power use, or twice the overall impact. The key limiting factor is the available power capacity, and the project must still go through the city's normal technical reviews for site design, utilities, stormwater, noise, building permits, and code compliance. That's the end of part one. In the meantime, you can find information, supporting documents, and answers to frequently asked questions on the city's website. That portion of our website has recently been refreshed with even more information available now. Thanks for listening.